Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about real campaigns and real blasts. What are they, how do they work, and how to utilize them most efficiently? So the first one is if you log into RealNext and you're on the CRM, we're going to talk about real campaigns and running them through the CRM portion. Real campaigns through the CRM system have merge fields. Now, if you don't know what merge fields are, it's essentially going to merge the data that's inside the record of your contact into an email. So it's super cool. You simply come over and you can go ahead and click. Let's see here. Go ahead and click on real campaigns. I'm going to try to annotate some of this stuff here and see how fast I can do it. Click on real campaigns. Now, real campaigns is going to say a couple things: selected records or records in current query. Now, selected records means if I want to go ahead and I want to select an email to send to one person, 5 people, 10 people, if their boxes are checked, it'll allow you to email them and it will tell you how many they're sending to. Records in current query are how many in your filter. In this example here, I'm going to be emailing all my potential investors to get updated investor criteria for them. Maybe you're emailing tenants to let them know their lease expires in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and you have new availability. Or maybe you're doing a newsletter. Anything that you filter on, it'll show here. So if you filter on all my tenants expiring in the next 6 months, or my group called newsletter, then that would be your records in your current query. And just make sure you filter that out. Next, you're going to click proceed. You're going to see 2 sections: my templates and RealNext templates. Inside of RealNext templates, this is where you can take any of our pre-designed templates and you can edit those and you can turn them into your templates. Okay, so I have one in here called lease expiry. This one here takes merge fields in from the lease, and it says, dear first name, your lease expires on, and it pulls the date from the lease expiry with inside the system. Last you told me you were looking between X and X, and that would show how much, and all that information gets merged. I also have another one here, an announcement, and it just says, dear so-and-so, I moved to a new company. Under the RealNext template, you have a blank. You have one for 2 columns. You have one with images in here. You can even embed videos, private secure war rooms, virtual reality. This one here is made for video. These are made for images, and these ones are special. Now, personally, and some like coffee and some like tea. I'm a tea drinker. I used to like coffee. So I like to use real campaigns with inside the CRM for my newsletters and for my merge fields. Or like an introduction video, like this one's a great one for a video. It'll add the ability to say dear in front of it. So some people love the fact that it says, dear Steve, here's availability that meets your criteria. On the other hand, I actually like the asset-driven portion through Marketplace, and I'll show you how that goes here in a minute. Obviously, you're going to want to put your own company name here, your company logo. You can edit and change any of the stuff around here. You can add your own link. You know, I am not a master of HTML, but you can click this little source code here, right here for source code, and drop in your own HTML. And that'll change that information around. More importantly, what I want you to do is I want you to focus in down here to this section. Okay, so this is going to say dear, and then it's going to say the first name. And then it can have your information. I recommend actually taking this out and just putting your signature line in. But you can also add additional merge fields. Any field that you have information on, like first name, company, city, state, any investor criteria you have, any tenant criteria you have, any agent, vendor, any of that information can be easily added in the system by simply double clicking. And it will populate with that information. And I'll just hit preview here so you can see it. It says, dear David, there's Matthew Smith. There's my information. So again, this is great for your merge fields. Now, I do apologize. I did not create a beautiful template in here to show you what it would look like. I just want to simply introduce you to what real campaigns are through the CRM and what real campaigns are through Marketplace. Now, from text is going to be from me. Reply is going to be from me. Subject, put in your subject. Some people come to me and say, hey, Matt, my emails are going to spam. Well, make sure they're not spammy subjects. Make sure you don't have spammy text in there and so forth. That'll help get your emails through. So put in your subject. I'm just going to put in your sign call. Maybe it's a follow-up with everybody that did a sign call. I'm going to email them all and let them know that, hey, you called on my property, wanted to see if you're interested in setting up a tour. Okay. Now there's going to be two other sections that we're going to want to focus in on here. And again, I'm going to try to annotate these here. Let me see if I can do this with a spotlight. There we go. Shout out to Cedric for showing me this spotlight here. So down here at the bottom, you can send test email. So click send test email. Okay, you can select the contact that you want it for. And again, I can send it to me. So send a test email to me. The next thing is in the save section here in the upper right, now I can save this as my own template. Put in your name of it so you recognize what it's going to be, or if you're updating an existing template, click update an existing template. And then you're going to simply hit send. When you go ahead and send that email out, those email responses are going to be put right in here. So send email account, reply email address. If you click on this little box in the right-hand corner, it's going to bring up your statistics. There's 2,046 sent, 1,450 delivered. Well, Matt, I sent it to 2,046. How come they weren't delivered? Well, because we had bounces. Okay, we had bounced emails that were in there, and they can be for numerous reasons. So we're going to come over here and we're going to click bounces. And then this is going to show no answer from host, no answer from host, bad connection. Typically, that means this information is bad. Their emails are no longer there. Now, I actually take this information down at the bottom. I'm going to say add to a group. I'll put them into a group called bounced emails or research or update. Export it out, send it to someone, through Fiverr or something like that, and see if they can find the emails. There's also like never bounce and stuff we can help you out with here. Your clicks, those are great. Put them into a group called clicks. Opens, those are awesome too. Put them into a group called opens. And unsubscribe. Believe it or not, I think unsubscribe is a great way to communicate with your client. Just to let them know that, hey, I did unsubscribe you. Is there any particular reason why you unsubscribed? You won't receive our emails in the future. I think a personal touch is good, especially if you have a relationship with your client. And if you're emailing them, you should have a relationship. And a lot of times someone clicked the wrong link and they unsubscribed accidentally. So that's a quick thing about real campaigns with a CRM system. Now, if you have something that's asset-based, right? So you have a property that's going to be for sale, for lease, space wanted, a property needed. Any one of your listings in here under marketplace, they only have to be active. Okay, they do not have to be active and searchable. So if you have an off-market deal, you can use this. If you have an on-market deal and it's searchable, you can use this. So anytime one of your listings are in here. Now you can watch my previous videos that show you how to get the information from Market Edge or CRM into here. I'm not going to take the time right now to do this. This is all about the email. You simply can come down here and click on create email. If you have a custom template for you for your company, you can select the custom template. If you want one made, email me, msmith@realnext.com, and I'll give you an estimate what it would cost to put one in. If you want to use one of our pre-designed templates, you can do that. I highly recommend it. I love these premium ones. Now, when it says premium for sale, lease, premium doesn't mean it costs extra money. I don't know why they call it premium, but they are. They're really cool, and there's no additional cost. I don't think like I'm getting a premium template and I got to pay extra. They're included. They just look cooler. And then there's do it yourself for anybody that is DIY and want to put your own HTML code, and then Flyer. You can take a picture using Snagit or whatever those programs are, and as long as it's saved in one of the 4 or 5 formats down here below, PNG and all that stuff, you can add that flyer in there. I absolutely love this one here, and if you've known me, this is what my marketing packages look like as well. So I'm simply going to select this, and we're going to count together 1, 2, and in 2 seconds, I turn this into an email campaign. Now, yesterday I was having lunch with a client, great buddy of mine, close friend, and he said, "Hey, how was this email made?" And this is exactly how that email was made. Your colors you can customize here. Okay, so we can set a default color for you for your colors. We can edit any additional defaults and apply those defaults, or you can change the colors on every one of yours. Now, this can be edited as well, but the nice thing about this is this information pulled directly from my marketing package. So when I created my marketing package, I was able to push the information from my marketing package to my email and email it out rapidly. You can change any information you want on here. And again, it gives you the same information like Here's your source code if you want to add some HTML in there. Now, I am not an HTMLer, so if you need additional help, click support. We have a fabulous support staff that understands all those things. I am going to hit next. This just allows me to proofread my email. I'm going to hit next one more time. And then you have your private client group. So again, anybody you put into a group inside of RealNext CRM can be available here. So filter out your group, email them. You're going to get all your statistics, all your opens, your clicks, opt-outs, and everything, just like you would inside of the CRM. You can build groups for opt-outs. You can build groups for clicks. You can invite all your clicks to a private secure war room using the RealNext Market Edge deal room and so forth. And it's a great way to do it. You also have the RealNext community. So what's this RealNext community? Why is it there? One is we want you to be able to have a target list, and you can utilize our target list. So if you're day one in commercial, or you have a property you need to dispose of immediately, or you have an availability that needs to be filled, you have your CBSA. So CBSA is basically your MSA, your metropolitan area. Then you have your state. So CBSA is $49, state $69, and national is $159. So that's how much it costs to send an email to our list. That's RealNext's list. Those are opt-in users that have a profile built up. So when you sign up to RealNext, you built a profile up. If they say they want mobile home parks and you have a mobile home park, they will receive that email. If they don't, then it would not go to them. These are non-vetted lists. That doesn't mean they're not good. That means they're not accredited investors. We do not verify whether they're accredited investors. They are brokers, they are tenants, they are agents, they are vendors, and they're individuals that search our website and sign up for an account that gets that email. What I highly recommend is doing a tag team. And one of those is creating an email campaign, using the deal rooms here, uploading your CA, put it in your email, send it out national, state, or MSA, depending on what your asset is, whether it's for sale or for lease, hitting your private client list here, and then generating and all that activity and putting it back in your project section in your CRM. Now you're tracking everything through your deal room. You're signing off on a CA. It's working when you're sleeping, eating, hanging out with friends, family, or making other calls. And then you can report back to the owner of the building on it. And it's a way that you can hit your list, hit our list, and it's super cost effective compared to some other programs out there. They're going to cost you $3,000 or $4,000 to do an email blast. Do it through our program. Hopefully this makes you understand CRM. I recommend that's for like newsletters and stuff that you want fields to be merged into it. You could do an asset class out of it. It's just not something I like. Again, I like tea, you like coffee. You can do it. You need to. We wish you the best of luck utilizing the system. If you want to see more tips and tricks, just email me, msmith@realnext.com. I'm happy to create a video for you anytime, anywhere, any place. And thanks for viewing again.